Hey friend, hey, tonight we have Indian food at home and I'm gonna show you how we did it. So I will have everything linked down in the description box below, measurements, recipe links, yada yada yada. But first we're gonna start with our naan. I have like flour and some baking soda and salt that I'm mixing up together. And then I'm going to prepare my yeast mixture. Now, this particular day, I decided I'm just going to kind of wing it, but I will give you guys exact measurements. So I have my warm water, and you need to make sure that that water is warm to the temperature that is on your yeast package. I have some sugar, and here is my yeast. I'm going to give that a good mix, and then I'm going to set this to the side so that it can start. Is it blooming or proofing? My culinary teacher would be very upset that I don't remember this right now, but hey, what can you do? So we're going to set this to the side. And then as you can see, it's nice and foamy. If your yeast mixture doesn't look like this, your water is probably too hot or not warm enough. So make sure it gets nice and foamy. We're going to add that to the bowl along with some olive oil and some room temp Greek full fat yogurt. And I'm going to give this a nice little mix, get this well combined. And then I'm going to set this in a warm spot. I like to put mine near my oven and let it sit for 1 hour, okay? Now moving on to our chicken. Listen, my pot was already cooked because I made some separate chicken tenders for my son because I wasn't sure if he was going to like this. Now, this is my marinated chicken that I marinated the night before. Like I said, I'll have everything linked down below. And so we're just going to get this into our pot and I'm going to cook this off. You can dice up your chicken like raw, and I didn't do that for whatever reason, but that's okay. You can just make your tenders. If you want to leave this whole, you can do whatever you want to do in your kitchen, friend. So I'm going to brown that up nice, just like you see here. Give it a flip, and once those are done, I'm going to take it out and just make the next batch. So here's our dough mixture after about an hour, and mine was still really sticky. My kitchen was really hot. It was just giving me issues, but we made it work in the end. So I added a little bit more flour into my dough mixture and then roll these out in balls. And then forgive me, you. We're gonna roll these out in little cylinder spheres forms and put it to the side. I have a what do you call it? It's like a parchment liner ish mat that I'm gonna put my little dough balls on and let them rest for about 15-20 minutes. So once our chicken is done, I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of ghee, and then I have some diced onions here that I'm just gonna add into the pot. You don't like diced onions? You don't gotta add them, friend. You do what works for you, okay? These recipes, you can substitute, you can add different things to fit your needs. I'm adding a tablespoon of garlic paste and ginger paste, and here are the spices that I use for the chicken. Some garlic powder, onion powder, garam masala, and turmeric, I believe. And we give that nice and a good mix. Once your ginger becomes fragrant, you want to go ahead and add in your tomato sauce. The recipe that I use call for 2 cups, but listen, that little bit, what was we gonna do? We're just gonna add it into there because I like my stuff a little bit saucy. I added about a half a cup of heavy cream into the mixture, and once you get this good and incorporated and mixed together, you're gonna want to blend this until it's nice and smooth, as smooth as you can get. And so I'm just adding this back into the pot. I'm adding in my diced chicken, and then I turn this on low while I cook the naan. So now I'm preparing my butter mixture. At first I used ghee, and then I tried it and I was like, I don't like that. Let me just use butter. So I kind of swapped that out for actual butter and not ghee, and added some garlic, okay, and some cilantro and parsley pieces into that butter mixture. And then so you want to roll this out nice and thin that you can without ripping it. And so I give it a nice little roll, and I added onto a medium my cast iron pan until it gets nice and brown on the side. It will, now if you're your dough, I don't know what was happening with my dough. I don't know if it was just because it was hot, the temperature in the kitchen was just, it was extremely hot that day. But your dough is supposed to rise up. If you're used to making like tortillas, it's very much the same process. And so when they come off the skillet, you want to rub it with that butter garlic mixture. Y'all, these were so good, so light, so fluffy. The best naan I've ever had. We're here plating it up, getting some rice on there. Here's our buttered chicken. And this is a little tip, like once you finish cooking and you're trying to clean up, go ahead and put it in a Tupperware dish, friend. Go ahead and save yourself some time and put your stuff in a Tupperware dish so that way we're not waking up to no nasty kitchen or, oh my gosh, after you finish eating, then, you know, you got to clean up. No, clean as you go. Look at this. Nice and fluffy and so butter. It was so yummy, y'all. So I just ripped me off a little piece. This is my plate right here. And we're getting all nice and done. I'm drizzling on a little heavy whipping cream and some little razzle dazzle with the cilantro. And so, yeah, this is it. If you all try this, let me know. We loved it. And I will be making it again soon. So make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye, y'all.